give you a bit of icebreaker, Mr. Desi. What's up with that little burrito on your Twitter profile? Would you like to explain?
Oh, that's just because of my partner. And he calls me his little burrito because I'm Mexican and I'm gay, so.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's great.
We have fun with each other.
That's awesome, man. So, for the viewers at home who don't know, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm currently Dez-a-sketch, or Desi, whatever you want to call me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mostly do possession stuff and body swap stuff with some other shit posting shit in between.
How did you get the name Dez-a-sketch?
Well, first it started because of anime, as it normally starts out, of course. And then I linked it with my own name because my last name ends with Dez. And I wanted to make a part of it. So I just called myself Dez for a while. And then it evolved into Dez because one of my friends said I could turn it into Dez-a-sketch, which is, you know, obviously a play on Etch-a-sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I liked it and I went with it. And that's why my Patreon banner is a little Etch-a-sketch.
That's wholesome, dude. That's awesome.
That's how you plug.
Yeah, dude. You're also the most hardcore Etch-a-sketch to ever exist.
Of course.
By the way. The shit that you draw. The legendary shit that you draw.
Of course.
When did you start drawing? When did the synthesis of Dez-a-sketch start?
Well, that depends. Because if we're talking about when I was a little kid, I do not remember. But if I had to choose an actual date I can remember, it was late 2014, early 2015. That's about where I started drawing.
Damn, you pretty developed from 2014.
Oh,
Shit.
I can tell you I have, because I started. I think Fanta said it back in his review or his interview that he started with pony shit too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's what gets a lot of people, especially if you look at most of the YouTube animators. A few, especially the younger ones, I guess, people in the early 20s. A lot of them either come from like Powerpuff Girls, My Little Pony, or like Ben 10, just whatever cartoon they liked at the time. If they weren't already an artsy kid, maybe they liked a cartoon or they were part of a community, and then that's what drove them to start drawing.
Yeah.
At least that's what I see, you know. That's cool that you got your start from My Little Pony stuff. You still a brony today, or have you dropped off?
Oh, hell no. I stopped watching at season 3.
Yeah. Okay. So did you you're like F ponies, or was
it was
more of like the plot sucked?
It was kind of at that point where both the plot was starting to dim down and the whole community started becoming a complete shit show with people. So I just left and started doing my own thing, and that's when I started drawing more human stuff instead of pony shit. That's kind of like the catalyst of why I do the stuff that I do right now. I will say though that I think one of the big influences of mine was Chowder from 2009.
I fucking love Chowder.
Chowder was the fucking best, I swear to God.
There was also Flapjack that came out around the same time.
It was at that phase where Cartoon Network was being an idiot and just wanted to do live action shit.
Yeah. Destroy, build, destroy. Yeah. Shit like that.
What would happen?
Dude, what would happen?
Yeah, that's the one. The fucking bro show.
Dude, what would happen if we drop 10 pounds of feathers, 10 pounds of bowling balls, and 10 pounds of water? Would one hit the ground faster than the other? And I'm just sitting here like, dude, I learned that everything drops at the same speed if it's the same weight in like 5th grade. Like, I don't know how you not know that. It was just to fill time. Like, half of that crap, they like, what would happen if you flamethrowered a bus? I'm like, what do you think would happen if you flamethrowered a bus?
What would happen if you fill a car with water? Like, bruh.
What would happen if you tied your shoelaces? Like, that show was such an interesting thing, and it lasted for a few seasons, too.
Yeah, I think it lasted like 3 seasons. I think my favorite question of there was, Dude, what would happen if we sneezed open-mouthed? That one was fucking stupid, but I loved it so much.
I think mine was, dude, what would happen if a zombie apocalypse, or it was like one of those like stupid episodes, and their ultimate like thing was to shoot them with paintball guns. Clearly, it was like a Cartoon Network show, but it was they were pretty serious. Like the black guy on there was like really like, I don't fuck with no zombies. Like he didn't say that because it was a kid show, but you could tell. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, but Chowder was one of the main influences of my kind of like sense of humor, with how just kind of random it is at times,
and
kind of how forced it is, and I love it so much.
Chowder was so good, dude.
Yeah.
I remember that living fart. Chowder farted and it became alive, and he had to deal with a living fart for a while.
The one I remember the most is the fourth wall break episode, where they have to go on a car wash, but in real life with the voice actors.
I don't remember that.
The scene was that in the show they get a lot of money and they spend all that money, but said money was for like ingredients and shit, so they ran out of it, and then they said, fuck, now we can't pay for anything, even the animation, and then it hard cuts to the recording studio without the voice actors. And then they're just talking about what the fuck are we gonna do now, we don't have any money, and then they just come up with the best idea, was to just do a car wash to raise funds, but only to get the animation back.
See, that's how you know that a TV show had freedom and they cared, because they did that in Gumball too, with the anime episode, and then they did like the video game episode and the live action episode, and some shows every now and then have that creative freedom that makes them perfect. But Chowder was like one of the first ones that really were interesting, because a lot of that Cartoon Network is just watered down in general. But we're not here to talk about cartoons. We're here to talk about you, my dude.
True.
So, when did you decide to start drawing lewd? Did it just kind of happen at the beginning, or did you ease into it?
Drawing lewd?
You know? The porn. The NSFW, my dude.
Okay, so it started way back in middle school, when you start becoming a horned little boy, as most do.
Yeah, hornball. Yeah.
And then it just grew from there. And in high school, I have a drawer full of notebooks that are meant only just to where I would just scribble stuff in, and most of it is nothing but just penises, because haha funny. And I would just draw penises on different characters, or them eating hamburgers or some dumb shit like that, just to pass the time. I still have them in my drawer. My mom has seen them and she's very judgmental about it.
Dude, like, I don't know if you want to. If we can do this in post, you could take a picture. I can edit it into the video, because if it's like a crude drawing of a dick, I don't really care for YouTube. I'll put it in there. Only if you want to, though.
Oh, sure. I'll get like one from each notebook.
That I'll post the whole collage, dude, like 140 images, as much as you want to do. Because this video is about you.
I'll take 4 pics, one from each.
One from each notebook,
just
like
to
the best from each notebook.
Like, oh, this is how it started, and this is the last one I did.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like when you see those people who draw the photorealistic versions of cartoon characters, like the hyper-realistic Patrick and shit. It's just gonna be like really cartoony to like super veiny to like almost like Da Vinci level.
Pretty much.
Anyways. What do you do while you draw? Do you listen to music? Do you listen to podcasts? You just zone out like a freaking psychopath and just only draw? What do you do?
I think it depends on the mood, really.
Ah, okay. So what mood do you normally get into draw?
Most of the time, I just listen to music.
What kind of music?
Like NSP. I know they're kind of just like shit posters now, but still.
Yeah, Ninja Sex Party. Yeah, they're good. Put your P in my V so you can S on my D. FYI, I wanna F your A. Ooh. OMG. Dude, I used to know all their songs until I realized Game Grumps suck.
Yeah. Game Grumps kind of did. Well, that's besides the point, I think.
Do you like comedy music in general, or Like, have you ever seen Big Bad Bosses from Nate Wants to Battle and Jared the Completionist and all that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. It took me a minute to remember, but yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while since I've seen it.
The one where they did the parody of Angel
Yeah.
and I'm the Boss. Yeah, those were really good.
And, most of the time...
All right, so, my man... I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that, returning to the point of what I listen to while I'm doing art, it was... Part of it is music, and then, like, the other two parts are SCP readings, and then just podcasts.
Dez, my man. We're going to be best friends, dude.
Oof. Why did I strike a chord?
Are you also a member of the foundation? Yes, you did. I am an OG SCPer, dude. Oof. I wasn't one of those liars that are going to say, I was there on the 4chan.
Where it all started.
Like, there's a lot of people like that will try to lie. Yeah, where it all started. Because one person was saying that, and then, like, dude, you're lying. Like, the thing you just posted, that was a recreation, because there was this one, I forget where it was, but there was this one guy that was I forget if he's a YouTuber, or he was just on a Redditor, but he was basically trying to say that, look at the interview in the screenshot. That was me. But someone in the comments said, hey, do you know that's just a recreation they did because they couldn't find the original? And he's like, I swear it was me.
Just trust me, okay?
Yeah, but no, SCP is good because it's one of the best story writings, and it's basically the biggest project that's ever existed. It's been going strong for about 10 years, and it is completely creative freedom. There's no companies involved. There's no writer's block involved because, it's not one guy writing all of it. It's just a handful of legends that are somewhat silent. And that's why I like SCP. It's because it leans into its mysteriousness, which is so good.
Everyone can just do what they want to do with varying quality, of course. But, like, it's all interconnected somehow. And they work off of each other, like one SCP that's done like 10 years ago, and then one that's done today. They might even incorporate that one SCP done fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah, they're both stored at Site 19, or the same doctor.
Or they experimented with them, stuff like that.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite fetish? Or what do you like to draw the most?
Ooh.
Maybe if it's not your favorite, what is like a guilty pleasure of drawing,
Guilty pleasure,
Or like your favorite thing to draw, you know what I mean?
Favorite thing to draw. Fuck. There's a lot of options to this question.
Well, take your time, man. We got all day.
Yeah. Well, obviously my favorite fetish is possession. That's kind of what I started doing. And then
100%.
A second would be body swapping stuff, which is I think I started with body swapping and then I grew more into possession. That's kind of how it went. Yeah. That's how it went. I remember because I did pony body swaps up back in the day. And fuck, what is my favorite thing to draw? Well, let me look into my sketch folder. Okay, yeah, here's a good example. I just did this one today, actually. It's mostly just dumb jokes. Overdone jokes, of course. Of just...
Listen, Dez. He turned himself into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yes,
I saw that on Twitter. Right before I was going to do this, I was talking to Fanter. And I'm like, Dez did a pickle Rick. Yeah. Which I found hilarious, but Fanter was sitting there saying shit like, oh, come on, Dez. You were the chosen one.
I still am.
Yeah. You still are the chosen one, dude. Sin is your jockstrap.
Yeah, just dumb shit, mostly involving dead memes.
I just love how the cat chick is just screaming.
Well, it's because cats are afraid of pickles.
It's cucumbers, actually. Us intellectuals know that.
To both.
A cucumber is just a virgin pickle.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question, man. Have you had a commission that you've rejected, or multiple commissions?
Yes, I have.
We can bleep out names.
I don't even remember the guy's name, so it doesn't matter.
Awesome. All right, so let it rip.
Well, on my Twitter, I post like some exclusive furry stuff that I don't post on my DeviantArt because it would be a pain to maintain. So I think like one day, like 2 months ago, some guy messaged me and he was asking, oh, you know, the usual questions. Oh, what are your raids? What kind of stuff do you like doing? And then I just told him, oh yeah, I like doing this. I like doing this. These are my raids. You can choose what the fuck you want me to do. And the guy started going more in depth about what he wanted. And he was a furry, of course. That kind of why he got interested in asking me. And he wanted me to do like a bunch of like diaper and fart shit. And I was like, nah. I'm open to stuff, but that's like, nah. I don't want to associate with that kind of stuff.
Well, that's understandable.
It's like the fucking Wonder Bread guy. That guy. How no one wants to associate with him anymore.
Why? What does he do?
You don't know about the Wonder Bread guy?
Listen, all right. I know so many artists. It's hard to keep tabs. Are you talking about the guy that makes everything look like Wonder Bread?
No, it's the guy who would like commission people to draw busty American women like buying expensive Wonder Bread.
Yeah. Fuck. What's his name? Yeah, someone was telling me about that guy.
Yeah,
I know.
Like fucking Shadman rejected his commission at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Jesus, man, this dude, like, does he at least have good money, or is it just like, is he just such a pain to work with that no one wants to deal with him?
He has money. That's why he fucking spends it all on bread commissions. But nobody wants to anymore because of just how weird it is. Because it's just bread.
Just how weird it was.
He's just commissioning females buying bread at it, like super expensive bread.
Dude, we should set up a Chris Hansen moment where we get the dude to show up. He's like, all right, I'll draw it for you. I'll draw as much as you want. You got to show up here physically and show me the cash. And he's like, oh, okay, I will. And then he opens the door. It's just me, you, Fanter, Jacksondale, Hugo, like the entire the entire community, right? But it's all of us. And there's just a pile of Wonder Bread on the table. And we're like, what's the deal, man? Why are you acting like this? And then he'll be here like, I just wanted to see Wonder Bread. And, you know, it's a good plan.
He could just have a shrine.
Can we do that?
Wonder Bread in his closet. He goes out, buys the biggest pack of Wonder Bread he has, and just places it in his closet every month.
He has the original piece of bread. You know, maybe he's like the child of the person that owns the CEO of Wonder Bread.
Yeah,
so it's like a point of pride for him
from all these years.
Yeah.
Is it like
God, that's golden.
Is it like specially preserved so that it never gets stale?
He has the bread like cryogenically frozen like Walt Disney's head.
Yeah, man. That's fucking hilarious. Hell yeah.
I gotta save it so they can duplicate it in the future.
We need to replicate the perfect slice of bread.
Get this. He turned himself into Wonder Bread. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's actually what he wants in the future. Once science is advanced long enough, he's gonna integrate his mind into bread.
He wants to become one with Wonder Bread.
Pretty much.
What if his like parents named him Wonder Bread?
Oh god, that would be terrible.
And he just that's just him vicariously, like it's like his name is like Juan, Dairy, and like Broad, right? And it's like Wonder Bread, but it's like split up. All right, man. What are your hobbies outside of art?
Mostly just watching movies and playing games for most of the time.
What movies do you watch?
I'm not as much anymore, but you know, in my teens and in high school, I was a fucking Marvel fanboy. When the cinematic universe was still going, I would like theorize with my friends, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen in the next Avengers movie, or no, this is what's gonna happen in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess if we could like predict anything that's gonna happen in the movies and stuff like that.
Dude, I saw for like a half a pixel, dude. I clearly saw Mjolnir. That means Thor's gonna be in the next movie.
Yeah,
like
the movie's
like I have
Thor 3.
people like that. Dude, listen to the dude's name. He's obviously British, and you know who else is British? Jarvis. Therefore, he's gonna become Vision. And then that dude's like rich now because he called it. You know.
Yeah, he guessed it. He predicted
Yeah.
the future.
Oh man. So what games do you play? You said you play games as well. You got a favorite game?
Yes. Mostly just classic stuff, like Team Fortress 2. That's my fucking jam.
Team Fortress.
Yes,
Respect it.
of course. I have like 2,000 hours on it. I'm slacking a bit on it because I haven't played in a while.
You're slacking on your Team Fortress gameplay.
Yeah,
Also, have you been keeping up with Raid Shadow Legends, one of the most experienced crossovers of all time?
of course. Who doesn't like selling out?
Have you been playing Raid?
I don't even need it. I have it integrated into my mind.
Dude, you got the Raid premium neural network package, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my, you're a legend.
I'm
I can't
always
believe I'm
connected.
speaking to one of the experimental soldiers.
When the servers crash, I die.
Oh my god. You guys are legendary. Oh man, I'm sorry, sire. I didn't realize I was talking to such an important person.
Of course. And then fucking Left 4 Dead 2, that's always fucking fun to play with all the mods that there are.
You ever play Dying Light?
No.
Okay, what about Borderlands 2?
Yes. Shoot me in the face.
Awesome. I don't like Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 sucks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's overrated at this point.
100%. It's like you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a piece of shit.
Yeah. Everyone was really excited about it, and then it turned out it was overrated and nobody cared about it after a while.
That's generally how those things go.
True.
It's sad, but you know, it happens. What's your favorite food?
Soup.
Is it chicken noodle soup by any chance?
No. It's the soup that my mom makes.
Just a special soup? Am I not allowed to know the recipe? Is it like, does it like extend your life by a few years or something? Like what kind of soup?
It makes me into the astral plane and experience all the pleasure that there is to experience all at once.
Dude, man, this soup, it opens up my third eye and I get to astral project, man. Dude, I got to see tomorrow today, bro.
I get to talk with aliens. Get on my level, son.
Dude. The only reason I'm talking to Chaos right now, dude, is because when I ate the soup, I saw in the future he's going to have 1 million subscribers. You know, and that means I also get to grow. That's the only reason I'm doing this, dude.
That's how it works.
Yeah, dude, that's the only reason you're talking to me.
She only gives it to me in specific parts of my life because she ate it once, so she knows when to give it to me.
She's like, my son will grow. The ancient family recipe. Like, the soup told her to be mean about you and judgmental about your art, so that way you would grow out of rejection. So that was actually the soup telling her to let you grow more, right?
Yeah.
And it's all going to coalesce into this metamorphosis of sentience, and you will transcend to the next plane, right?
Yeah.
And then you will realize that you were on crystal meth the entire time, and your high has worn off.
I'm like at the fucking the back bathroom at that one Denny's. You know the place.
You're in like, yeah, you're in the back of a Denny's, like.
You know the one.
Yeah, that Denny's. Like, you got one shoe on. Both of them don't match. One's missing the front of the shoe. The other one has a hole in its heel. Right.
I have no shirt on.
And, like, this entire time you've been, like, you thought you were an artist, but you're just drawing on, like, the stall with, like, a Sharpie that you stole from some guy.
I wonder who would
like,
steal
food that you
Sharpies.
stole out the dumpster. Well, no, like, you gotta figure it's a Denny's, dude. Like, kids color with crayons and stuff. There's gotta be Sharpie somewhere in a Denny's.
It's like that one person who steals that one pen at the bank. Like, what the fuck?
Oh. Dude, I used to be a bit of a klepto. I used to pride myself on stealing pens that were like, yeah, I used to do that. I pride myself on stealing pens.
You were the one guy who would do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the reason why those things exist. It's probably not, but like, dude, so with those little ball bearings they have, like those little fake like lamp, it's the same chain that you have on a lamp. But if you've ever had a lamp, you just realize if you twist it hard enough, it'll snap. So what I used to do, like if I couldn't get the pen, I'd take the ink stick out of it. So I'd take the very tip off and just pull it out.
That's even worse.
Like, oh, you're trying to get rid of the pen? Dude, I'll take your ink. But like I think I actually have one in my drawer here. Yeah, I have a pen that I took from a bank.
Oh, you're so proud of it.
It still works.
I would imagine so. It is a pen bank.
Is it still right? Oh, dang. Oh, no, it does. Heck yeah, dude. Pretty sure that's a felony.
Yeah, don't cut that out. Cut that out in editing.
No, I'm leaving it in,
Just
dude.
to be sure.
100%.
You don't want your FBI agent tracking you down, now do you?
My FBI agent's like my spirit animal, dude.
Goes along
Oh,
with you.
man. Okay, so a bit of a joke question, right? As a formality, can you draw me a stick man?
I could do it right now.
You could do it right now. Just flex on everyone.
Of course.
It has to be the best stick man you can possibly draw. It's just to prove to me that you're a lethal artist. Right, you gotta draw me a stick man.
Yeah. I'll do that right now.
Bonus points if it gets done fast, you know what I mean? Like, you're able to draw it in 10 seconds because you're not a noob.
Oof. You're gonna do me like that?
Damn, we blew through this, dude, in 34 minutes.
Yeah. What's it because we
You know what that means, right?
Topic?
Well, actually, no. Me and Fanter's lasted, like, over an hour. Mine and Jax's lasted, like, almost 2 hours. Which my audio corrupted, so now we gotta re-record it, which is insane, but... Yeah, I accidentally unplugged my mic halfway through.
Oh.
So my audio, you could still hear what I was saying, but it's like, it was super glitched out with, like, a lot of feedback. But, you know, I don't tend to worry about it. I think it'll be alright.
I can work with this.
You're actually drawing a stick, man. I feel bad.
Of course I am.
It was supposed to be a stupid joke. Yeah, like, you heard him right. This is Dez-a-sketch, man. He's the littlest burrito, but he's the best burrito there ever was. And when he gets challenged, he accepts it and does it, alright?
Taking
so
this a
the
step
Stickman
further.
challenge is like the last dab of Hot Ones. It's completely optional.
Well, I'm doing it. So do I get points?
Yes, you get 10. Listen, you're the first person to do it, so, you know.
Suck it, Fanter.
Yeah, fuck Fanter, dude. He didn't even draw a Stickman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He's listening. What do you want to say to him, Des?
What a gay boy, Lamau.
Yeah, he's so fucking gay. Oh, Fanter's gonna kick me from his Discord when he watches this.
He wouldn't dare.
He wouldn't dare?
course
What, if he
not.
kicks you? If he kicks me, he's kicking you?
He wouldn't even dare touch me.
Oh yeah, but how am I gonna be protected though?
There, I did 2 birds with 1 stone. I made it the thumbnail too.
Oh man, that is beautiful.
Of course.
Oh my god, you drew the fucking, you drew us talking. Oh my god.
Of course.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
That's 10
Oh,
times
man.
better than what Fanter made.
Would you like to plug anything before we leave, man?
My Patreon, of course, because I'm poor and I need money.
Hell yeah, he needs money. So what can they find on your illustrious Patreon, Dez-a-sketch?
Well, right now, I'm sort of reworking. By the time this is probably up, I will probably make the tiers better because right now, there's no difference between the $20 tier and the $5 one, so that's kind of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of thinking of ways of how to make like the $20 one more appealing to newer people. It'll probably just have like more benefits or more like drawings or stuff like that. I'm still kind of figuring it out.
Regardless of what tier they choose, right? They're still gonna get quality content, correct?
Yeah. Like the monthly possession comic, or depending on what I want to do for that month. There's like polls, stuff like that. You get to see stuff like a week early before I release it to non-patrons, as most people handle Patreon, of course.
Yeah. That's fine. You still rake in them dank commissions though. Like what about your Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter too. Now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm. DeviantArt for Affinity, all of them. I'll link all of them, dude.
Yeah. I'll fucking pass you every link. I'll fucking send you my mega link or something.
Dude, I want your AOL email address. Just link everything possible. Dude, your MS-DOS name from 1942. Yes, that was correct. That wasn't just random and phallically incorrect with the years. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm talking about.
I'll send you my high score of Tetris I got like 15 years ago.
I fucking Des, you're amazing, man.
We need
you're
everything.
Just so down for the memes. It's great.
Of course.
All right, Des. Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, just for my Patreon, really. Even the lowest tier, you're still guaranteed a drawing at the end of the month, at the monthly sketch dump. So even if you just pay for the $5 one, you still get something out of it instead of just looking at art.
Okay. Most of the tiers are going to be reworked, though, right?
The higher ones are. They mostly just include higher benefits, but this one is just exclusively for the $5 one.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
As long as people are supporting you, you know, and I really hope that people do. That's why I'm doing these. It's just to, help people like you out and just show them that at the end of the day, there's a person behind the pen, man.
Don't go fucking all Mudahar on me right now.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Mudahar here, and today we got a spicy artist. Woohoo! Spicy artist Dez-a-sketch. That's a good impression of Mudahar.
Even though I like him and his stuff, he says like end of the day every like other sentence.
Okay. So would you like to say anything before we go? Any last words?
Fanter's gay.
Oh my god, he left the call. Shout out again to Dez-a-sketch. It was really fun recording with him. Being the princess that he is. Make sure you go and check out his Patreon and his other socials. And just have a good one, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll have a new one up soon. Chaos out.